Hi, I'm Giorgia Prestente, and today I'm going to talk why measuring change it is your risk control system. If you're not measuring change, you are not managing risk. You're only managing hope. Measurement can include anything from change impacts, readiness, benefit realization, and employee adoption. And of course, any other metrics that are important to your business. Too often, change measurement is seen as an optional. Something we'll do if there is time. But here is the problem. Just because something has been delivered, and this could be a new technology, strategy, governance model, it doesn't mean that it's being adopted. Just because the system is live, it doesn't mean that people's behaviors have changed. I've seen many change programs celebrated and go live, only to watch results plateau or even decline 3 months later. Why? Because no one was measuring what mattered after the headlines faded. If you don't track progress beyond the rollout, you're not leading change, you're just guessing. So why do so many program executives avoid measurement? Part of it is psychology. We fear discovering failure. We believe that we have a feeling that the project is working, or we assume that just because a project has been launched, results will follow automatically. But that's like piloting a plane by gut feel. Measurements don't just track performance, they protect you against drift. Without it, the teams fall back on old habits. Stakeholders drift away and change fatigue creeps in. And when someone asks, is it working? You got nothing to say but a few anecdotes. Let me give you a real example. A large firm rolled out a new digital platform across 6 countries. Go live went smoothly, training was complete, but 6 months in, usage was down, performance hadn't improved, and morale was dripping. Why? Because they never set a baseline. So they didn't know, and they didn't have a starting point to compare progress. And they didn't track adoption rates or feedback patterns or a shadow system use. So by the time they realized the change wasn't landing, it was already costing them millions. And that's what happens when you fly blind. Change without measurement means having no visibility of where you are and what's in front of you. So what should you measure? I like to think about it in 3 layers. And this is a model that you can adapt to your needs. The first layer is adoption. Are people using the tools, attending the sessions, engaging with a new process? Examples of this are login frequency, training attendance, survey participation. The second layer is behavior. Are people actually doing things differently? Examples of this are conversations shifting in meetings, managers using new templates, or a reduction in manual workarounds. The third layer is business impact. What outcomes are shifting as a result of the change? For example, faster cycle times, cost savings, improved customer feedback. And you can't just look at outcomes. You need to understand the behavior that's creating them. So measurement shouldn't be a postscript. It should be baked into the change from the start. This means defining a clear success signals before launch, checking them weekly and not quarterly, especially earlier on, and making space to respond when you see a drift. because measurement is more than just reporting. It is part of how you lead your team and your organization. It builds trust with stakeholders, and it also empowers team to correct the trajectory. It also prevents the illusion of progress from masking real problems. So if you want sustainable change, make measurement part of the culture of your company. Some teams push back on measurement. They worry it is micromanagement or that it can be used as a punishment. That's why how you frame measurement really matters. So emphasize improvement, not inspection. Share results transparently. And involve employees in defining what success looks like in their area. Because when people see that measurement drives better outcome and not blame, it becomes something they ask for. Because, of course, people want to succeed. They just need a way to know how they are performing and if they're getting there. In conclusion, change is not a black box, hiding what's inside. But it becomes one when we stop or even don't start measuring. Because if you don't track the impact, you can't improve it. And when the next transformation comes in, no one will trust your process. So start measuring early, track behaviors, not just outcomes, and remember, what you don't measure, you're not managing, you're just hoping. And hope is not a strategy.